holding the bow. With the way we use our bow, we want a lot of precision and control, and we can't get that if we hold the bow like this. If you hold your bow like this, you will not get a beautiful sound. So the violin bow has a very specific bow hold. It'll be kind of tricky to do at first, but once you know how to do it, you can do it in an instant. So just grab the bow like this for a moment. The bow goes in your right hand, and then with your left hand, maybe find the middle of the stick. Remember not to touch the hair, and place the bow in front of you so that it's eye level. Now, what you're gonna do is make a thumbs up and put your thumb, well, it's kind of bent, in between the end of the frog right here and this black kind of squishy part. So your thumb is curved and the tip goes right where I said, and part of your thumb might be touching the bow hair right down here. That's fine. It might be kind of near this metal part, but it should be curved. If your thumb's like this, you're gonna have a hard time with your bow hold. So with your thumb curved, go ahead and just plop the rest of your fingers over the stick. Notice that your thumb is on one side of the stick and the rest of your fingers are on the other side. So now what you're gonna do is tilt your hand until the pinky actually goes on top of the stick. Move from this position to your pinky going on top of the stick. The pinky does not go on top of the screw. It's near the screw, but it's actually still on top of the wooden part. This movement that I'm doing is called pronation, so we're kind of angling the hand. I'm not really moving my fingers like that. I'm letting my whole arm tilt this way, almost like you're just using a doorknob. And your pointer finger, middle finger, and ring finger can come up. And with your pinky finger, try tapping the stick, and then try removing your left hand. So now we do a checklist. Number 1, is your thumb still curved? Number 2, is your pinky actually on top of the stick? So if we bring it really close, you'll see that this is over the frog and the pinky's over there. Number 3, is your pinky not on top of the screw? It should still be on the wooden part. Number 4, are these fingers here in the middle relaxed? These 2 fingers in the middle don't really do a whole lot, so it's important that they stay relaxed. They're not pressing or anything, they're not holding anything up, they're just along for the ride. And while you're holding your bow this way, check that you can do this with your pointer finger. The pointer finger is a bit more active than the next 2 fingers, but it should still be able to come up when it needs to. The most important finger in your bow hold is your pinky. The pinky is what holds the violin bow up. Your pinky should be curved. If it's flat like that, it's really not doing a whole lot, but if you keep it curved, then it's able to do this. So your final bow hold might look something like this. There's a few things you can do every now and then to check in and make sure that your bow hold's still looking good. You can hold it horizontally and try moving your pointer finger and your pinky finger. And then one that I'm really bad at, actually, I think it's called a spider crawl. So now you're holding your bow vertically and you maintain your bow hold. Try to crawl up the stick, all while maintaining your bow hold. And then, this is the hard part, you try to crawl down. That one's a really good right hand strength exercise. One last exercise you can do is put your bow vertically in the air and then release your pinky and then catch it. Timber! And then you can bring your bow back up to the vertical position using your pinky only. So finger taps, spider crawl, and, you know, chopping down trees. Timber! For the next few lessons, we're gonna keep checking in with your bow hold and making sure that it's still looking all right. But for now, if your bow hold looks something like this, your first finger's flexible, and your pinky and thumb are curved, then you're doing pretty well. Bye!